I'm your host with the most, Logan 23. You're joining me for Freshman Book 3, Chapter 14. Come a chameleon. Come a chameleon. You're right back from LA and head to your room to change. Let's go with a little spunky. The look is totally perfect. Let's go. Cue music sometime today? After changing and unpacking your suitcase, you hear shuffling coming from the living room. You walk out of your room and immediately Zach runs over and hugs you. Mizumi, finally you're back. Abby and Tyler have been driving me crazy. Already? Only been gone a few days. What did you guys do now? Abby steps up to hug you, followed by Tyler. Nothing. Zach's overreacting as usual. He's just mad we commandeered the television all day for a game-a-thon. And we wouldn't let him play because he kept getting emotional and throwing the controller. Yeah, because Abby kept killing me for no reason. Oh, I love games like that. Yeah, no reason except for it's the entire point of the game. Besides, you're the one who vetoed the Crown and the Flame marathon. Oh, that reminds me. You rummage through your purse and pull out the autographed paper, handing it to Abby. I don't understand. Say Abby and Tyler, the couple that slays together stays together. This looks a cribble, and this is... She stops talking and abruptly and clutches the paper to her chest, her eyes wide. Mizumi, is this seriously what I think it is? Cross my heart, I watched them sign it myself. You know, when I filled in as an extra on the set. No way! And you didn't call us immediately? I have so many questions. We have to go to the viewing party for that episode. And Tyler, we're getting this framed. Oh, should we go now? I don't want the edges to wrinkle. Behind them, you see Chris lurking in the hallway. When your eyes meet, he gives you a nervous wave. I need to talk to Chris for a minute. The three of them look back at Chris, surprised to see him standing behind them. You walk over to him. Come on, let's take the roof. Sure, sounds great. Turn back to the rest of your friends and smile. I'll be back in a second, and then we can catch up. Be really nice if the... There we go. I hate playing in complete silence. And usually when I do, like, IKEA, and then I'll close choices and do other stuff, just to get the key used, to start generating another one, the sound bugs out, and then I can never get it to come back. Once up on the roof, Chris turns to face you. He pauses for a moment before speaking. Well, first off, I just want to say how good it is to see you. Well, fine. Anything else? Actually, yeah. There's a lot I want to talk to you about. First, I need to tell you how sorry I am that I wasn't at Caitlin's show. I heard about what happened, and it kills me that I wasn't there to back you up in the fighting, and I would hate myself if something bad happened to you. It would have been nice to have someone there on my side, but you couldn't have known that that was going to happen. Besides, it's less about that and more that it feels like you're pulling away from all of your friends. That makes sense, and it's probably true. You being in LA gave me some time to think things over and see what it would be like if you weren't around. And it sucked. You let out a small laugh, and Chris smiles lightly. And that's really putting it mildly. Chris puts a comforting hand on your shoulder. I've been so focused on school initiative and that I turned a blind eye to everything else. And then when you left for LA and everyone was freezing me out for missing Caitlin's show, I felt so alone, and it all kind of just sunk in. Chris frowns and his brows furrow. It takes me too long to realize that, but I've been a really crappy friend lately. There have been so many times that I knew you needed me, and I just pretended it would be fine if I canceled or bailed. I know I messed up. Just, if you don't hate me yet, I'd like another chance of being your friend. Chris, thank you for saying that. I forgive you. All I ever wanted was for you to see things from my point of view. And I didn't think it was too much to ask if I just got back as much as I gave. You know? I see that now. I swear, I'll never take you for granted again. You've made such a huge impact on my life. Without you, I'd probably be the same single-minded jock that I was at the start of the year. I'd never have gotten involved in a play or student government, or hell, I wouldn't have even gotten involved with the initiative without your support. Things have been really rocky between us, but I do hope your presentation is coming along well. Has Zeke been helping out at all? Well, he has. I actually haven't heard from him since the Gutter Kittens show, but before that we were in good shape. But we can talk about all that later. I want to hear about you. How was LA? Did you and James... Chris is interrupted by a scream from downstairs. You share a wide-eyed glance before rushing down to the suite. You and Chris run downstairs to find Caitlin is sitting at the table. Her face is flushed, and she's waving a letter around in her hand. I can't believe it! Believe what, Caitlin? What's going on? Zach stands beside her, rubbing her back in a soothing circle. He opens his mouth to speak, but is interrupted when Tyler dashes into the room, followed closely by Abby. Is it an intruder? Tyler, it's like 10 a.m. Who screamed? Caitlin's head thunks against the table and she begins to cry. She holds up the letter and Tyler takes it and reads it aloud. Dear Miss Lau, we regret to inform you that you have been put on academic probation. You have missed the midterms for the classes listed below, and if you do not speak to your professors for makeup exams, you will be at risk of failing. Holy crap. Well, if it's only a couple of classes, you can probably take them again next quarter without getting too far behind. You walk over and take the letter from Tyler. It can't be that bad. It's only... You skim the letter and your eyes grow wide. Caitlin, you're failing all of your classes this quarter. I know. I don't need a lecture. I really messed up. Caitlin lifts her head, looks at Abby. Go ahead and say I told you so. I know you want to. Caitlin, of course I don't want to. Abby walks over and tentatively puts her arms around Caitlin. That's never what this was about. I was just worried about you, that's all. Yeah, we all were. That's all we've been trying to tell you. I know, but I've known this the whole time. I guess being with the Gutter Kittens brought out the rebellious side. How cliche, right? I don't know what's wrong with me. I really am the worst friend ever. Listen, we don't have time for the pity party. We need to take action. No way we can let you fail. What possibly could I do? How is this the first you've heard of it? And why would they send it through the mail? Caitlin, have you been checking your school mail? Yeah, sort of. I mean, not lately. Caitlin pulls out her phone and types something into the screen. After a minute, she sighs. Technically, this letter is my third notice, so I'm screwed. Not necessarily. Let me see that letter again. You hand it over and he skims it quickly. Well, at least you didn't totally drop the ball. It says here that you can make up the exams tomorrow. If you can pass the makeups for each class, you might be able to pull a passing grade. No way in hell am I going to learn months worth of material in less than 24 hours. Not on your own, you won't. But if we all help out... Caitlin looks around at all of you, tears streaming down her face. She shakes her head. I can't believe you guys would do that. Not after everything I've put you through. Especially you, Abby, and Mizumi. I've been such a jerk. I don't deserve your help. Zach takes Caitlin's shoulders and lightly shakes her. Snap out of it. We're all going to help you study, and you are going to pass whether you like it or not. Zach's right. I can just sit by and watch you fail. I can't sit by and watch you fail if I know I can do something to help. The rest of your group murmurs with agreement, then all eyes turn to Abby. Abby, you have every reason to refuse to help me. I'm so sorry about how I've been treating you, and I'm totally understand if... Oh, cut it out. We don't have time for this. T-minus 23 hours until your first exam. Abby lays a hand on Caitlin's shoulder, giving it a gentle squeeze. Let's get to work, people. I'll make the coffee. And I've got some brand new number 2 pencils I've been itching to bust out. While everyone gets the study ready, Caitlin pulls you aside. Mizumi, before you say anything, I need to get this off my chest. I just have to tell you again how sorry I am. You should try telling Zig that. I know you are, Caitlin. But no, seriously, it's like I've been under this curse, and I've only now woken up and see the havoc I've wrought upon the villagers. Not that you guys are peasants, but you're all like noblemen or something. I'm getting off topic. The point is, I've been awful, and if you hated me, I would totally understand. I don't hate you. And I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not happy with you either. And I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say that you were going through a rough patch and you've learned your lesson. Honestly, I'm so relieved to have my friend back. I feel like a lot of bricks have just been removed from my chest. Lesson definitely learned. You pat her on the shoulder and grin. That's not the only schooling you're getting today. I hope you brought your thinking cap. Let's get you those passing grades. We don't mess around. Let's study. Okay, Caitlin, this one's easy. 4x squared plus 3x minus 5. What are the steps to solve? How am I supposed to know? And don't say by going to class. Just think of the order of operations. PEMDAS. Stands for parenthesis, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. You can remember it in... Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Purple eggplants make dogs act sad. Punk experts might don artificial skins. Ooh, we're going down. Artificial skins? How creepy! Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers? That's one of my favorite movies. If it helps you to remember it, sure. As the day wears on, you tell Caitlin is starting to feel the strain of the cram session. She hunches over her books and pinches her brow. I'm never going to remember all this stuff. Yes, you will. It's hard, but I promise if you keep at it, we'll get you through this. Okay. I'm going to have a headache of the ear once this is all over, but what's next? I'm so glad you asked. The other runs to his room and comes out with a poster board display of the periodic table. Hopefully that's updated because they have recently added new stuff. Tyler. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a blast. I guess you could say I'm in my element. Abby, say goodbye to your boyfriend. Oh, come on. Tyler's just trying to lighten the mood. Besides, learning the periodic table is pretty easy. Let's start with the 6 noble gases that occur naturally. Let's not. You got this, Caitlin. Even I can name some of them, like Exxon and Argon. Caitlin looks at you confused. Just think of things that remind you of their names. Gases that are more regal than the other gases. Noble gas. Exxon, Argon. I mean, think of it like this. Think of it like Lord of the Rings. That's about the best way I could... I actually, when I was in school, I actually had to think of ways to think of and remember these. Argon. Aragon. Like... Exxon was pretty easy. Exxon Mobil, Exxon Gas, Exxon... Things that remind you of their names. Like... These all remind me of things found in space. Krypton, that's the planet Superman's from. Axon, as we know, was a girl from the 21st century who lived in a space station. I did not know that. And helium makes balloons float up to space. They all do have pretty futuristic names. Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. And chemistry, check. That's 2 subjects down. Just 2 more to go. Caitlin groans and leans heavily back in her chair. You guys, it's already 10 p.m. and I don't know how much more of this I can take. Aw, but you're so close. Why don't we break for a bit and come back at it with fresh eyes? Your friends all wander off to their rooms and other parts of the suite, and you sit down next to Caitlin. So, what do you think? Any of this sticking? I really, really hope so. I just never thought I'd fail my classes by not showing up, which is moronic, I know. You see tears start to well in her eyes. I've been so stupid. I kept telling myself that you were all jealous of my new friends. I knew that you guys were just trying to help, but I guess at the same time I didn't want to be saved. It's okay, Caitlin. We all get a bit in over our heads sometimes. I'm more than in over my head, Mizumi. I'm literally drowning in textbooks. She gestures at all the books scattered across the table and sighs. And I'm afraid none of it's going to do any good. Might help you. Come with me. I want to show you something. We got a B in the normal edition, so this is probably what's going to score us an A. Keep that in mind. Okay, you take Caitlin into your room and sit down next on the bed. Then you go over to the jewelry box on your desk. You turn to Caitlin with your hands behind your back. Okay, you've got my attention. What is it? First, you have to answer a trivia question. Ooh. Caitlin groans. No more questions, anything but questions. Just an easy one, to see if anything is sticking. In literature, what's the difference between literal and figurative language? Ooh, this one's a good one. A lot of people get this one wrong. Caitlin sighs and pauses, looking out of your window thoughtfully. Literal means exactly what it says, and figurative is like smiles and metaphors and stuff. Is that your answer, or is that a question or your answer? Depends. Did I get it right? Yep. It seems like the tutoring is helping. Mizumi, what is the mysterious object? This is getting pretty suspenseful. It's tickets to go see Star Wars The New Jedi. Join me! I mean, what? It's actually a good movie, by the way. I'm not going to spoil it. What's life without some mystery? Besides, I think this will cheer you up. You sit beside Caitlin on the bed and open your hand, revealing a bracelet with 4 small charms. Okay, ice cream, a Lancelot horse, and a C3, which I think is a periodic table. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, it's one of the most important things I own. At least it is to me. The charm chimes together as you take one between your fingers. It's in the shape of a Scrabble tile with a C engraved in the varnished wood. My parents gave me this bracelet after I won my 5th grade spelling bee with the word chemical. I bet your classmates thought you were a genius. Let's just say I was the one they tried to cheat off of all year. From then on, this bracelet became my good luck charm, and I'd put it on whenever I needed a boost of confidence. Like, when? Well, there was the time I wore it to my middle school dance when I got lost in Paris during my AP English exam. I'd been totally dreading the essay portion, which was everyone's worst nightmare. But I put on the bracelet, and just then, I knew exactly what to say. I waxed poetry about a turtle emerging from a pond, symbolizing the narrator's rebirth of the murky but fertile shores of life. That is impressive. If only you could take my exams for me. Well, if you have to analyze any turtle poetry, now you know what to say. I wore this when I passed my driving test on my first try, and I got it roped into being a backup dancer during the school talent show. Now that's a story I'd like to hear. The charms jingle melodically as you take hold of a little bronze ice cream cone topped with a scoop of mint green ice cream. All throughout elementary and middle school, my parents would reward me with ice cream for getting good grades. 1 scoop for each A. I got straight A's on my first report card of middle school, and you can probably guess where this is going. Ice cream party? I ate so much that I got super sick and threw up all over the table at the ice cream parlor. Caitlin laughs loudly. Gross! I can't believe that's something you wanted to commemorate forever. It was one of those awful, but weirdly special moments. You take hold of the third charm, a jousting knight in sterling silver. My mom gave me this one before we pulled out of the driveway for my first morning at Hartfeld. Turns out she bought it when we were visiting over the summer of my junior year. Because I had been accepted, she said she knew I'd get in. It sounds like she has a lot of faith in you. Of course she does. And for good reason, and I have a lot of faith in you. We got that one. Put your hand on Caitlin's shoulder and look her right in the eye. I know you'll do great, Caitlin. Says the girl with the lucky charms. The charms on this bracelet each represent something meaningful to me, a memory I never want to forget. What about that one? She points at the last charm, a small silver heart with a K engraved in it, and you smile. This one represents you. You're the first friend I made here, and you're one of the most important people in my life. And because the bracelet brings me good luck whenever I need it, I'm giving it to you for now, to bring you luck on your exams. It'll be like having me in your pocket or on your wrist, I guess. I'll be right there rooting for you, so you won't be taking those tests alone. Caitlin's eyes fill with tears. She throws her arms around you, squeezing you tight. She pulls away, she wipes her eyes, sniffling. You are the best friend I could have ever asked for, and I don't know how I got so lucky. I'm so sorry about everything. The band, Natasha, not listening when you were worried about me, getting mad over you and Zig and Abby. Her eyes well up again, and she blinks, the tears spill out. I've done so many things wrong. Been so unfair to you, but you're still here for me, all of you. I feel so loved, Mizumi. I wonder if I really deserve it. Wrap an arm around Caitlin's shoulders. Of course you do. We're all human, and we all let our emotions get the best of us sometimes. But you're still Caitlin, I've come to know. You playfully tug on a lock of Caitlin's purple hair. Just with cooler hair. Caitlin gives a sniffly laugh. Believe me, I'm just as happy to have you back as you are to be back. Now, let me put this on you. Caitlin holds out her hand, and you fasten the bracelet around her wrist. I'm so glad I met you, and even though it's not always a smooth sailing, I'm so stoked we get to work things out and keep our friendship strong. Thanks for always having my back, Mizumi. And even when I need reminding that that's what you're doing, hey, friendship is a two-way street. I've made my fair share of mistakes too, but at the end of the day, our arguments won't threaten everything that makes up our friendship. Better together, huh? Through thick and thin. Caitlin's smile falls as she lets out a sigh. I'm sorry. I'm still nervous about these exams and... No, not nervous. Terrified. This is my only chance to make up for this whole quarter. Whoa. Don't start getting all stressed. You've put in so much hard work. Is it hard work when you're saved it to all the night before? You jingle the bracelet on her wrist. You've got nothing to worry about. Remember? You've been studying your butt off, and I bet you won't even need my lucky bracelet. You're not taking it away from me, are you? No way. It's on your wrist for a reason. I know you said it was a loan, but it looks amazing on me, so can I keep it forever? Mm. um. If she would have been my girlfriend in this playthrough, yes. I'm gonna go with until the end of the exams. Then you won't need it ever again, because I know you've learned your lesson. I was wondering when the morality talk was going to come up. Oh, this has nothing to do with morals. I'm just saying you're super smart. Smart enough to not skip class and ever again, after all you've put your friends through. Oh, so we're going the guilt trip route. Oh, but never skipping is a bit too goody-goody. Maybe one every few weeks for special circumstances. Circumstances like what? Like if I get an A on an assignment and make you take me out for celebratory ice cream in the middle of the day. That is a compelling argument, but no promises until I see those A's. You both burst into laughter. Oh man, I miss this. She looks down at the bracelet on her wrist. And you know what? I do feel more confident, I think. I think I can do this. Just then, you hear loud laughter coming from the other room. Just 2 more subjects left. You ready to get back to it? Ready? I was born ready. The charms jingle as she gets your feed, and you follow her back out to the living room. After a short break, you and the rest of your friends continue quizzing Caitlin till the wee hours of the morning. So, wait, is Hamlet the one with the fairies? No, that's A Midnight Summer's Dream, which is a comedy. Hamlet is one of Shakespeare's greatest tragedies. Okay, well, I'm sure it's not the one with Leo DiCaprio. Nope, it's the one with the line... Oh, Hamlet. God, I haven't done Hamlet in years. Holy crap. But soft would lie through all yonder window breaks, to be or not to be. That is the question. Get thee to the nunnery. Oh no, that's a comedy. Church. I think it's to be or not to be. Oh, right! I've read it a million times before. To be or not to be. That is the question. I thought it was the answer. Nothing. Just keep going. Coffee's ready! Why does it hurt so much to say that? I gotta call Brandon. Zach, it's 3 a.m. and this is the last subject. Now focus. Okay, Caitlin, we're sliding to home plate. Chris, please don't use sports terms with me right now. My brain cannot handle all these metaphors. Looks like English class lesson took. Come on, guys. If we do this quickly, Caitlin will be able to sleep for... He checks the time on his phone. 2 hours. Oh, come on! We're on music theory, and you think that would be the one glass she'd nail? You'd be wrong. I just sing the songs. Natasha and Amara do all the notation, and Natasha sings, and I just mimic her. Well, you must know how the notes sound, right? Sing G. He points out a G and sings the note. Caitlin repeats it after him. Wow, you got a great pitch. Okay, how about this? Zach quickly labels all the notes on the treble clef lines and spaces. In the full spectrum, the notes on the staff range from A to G. It looks like a load of gibberish to me. Not if you're singing. There's a classic mnemonic device for this one. Read after me. Him. Every boy does fine. Every boy does fine. And the ones and the spaces spell... Cafe? Wow. Cafe. Coffee. Face. I don't know. I don't know. If A is on the line and G is on the line... Face, maybe? Okay. That face, that beautiful face. Reach over and pinch Caitlin's cheek. Put it together, and you've got all the notes in the register. I guess. It's been a while since I did this. Let's think of it this way. It was late, or it was early 2017 to spring of 2017 when this book came out, I believe. When it was ending, at least. As the sun comes up and you go to make another batch of coffee, only discover that your bag of coffee grounds is completely empty. That's a tragedy in and of itself. Guys, we totally blew through our supply. We might have to... Guys? You turn around and see all your sweet mates splayed out on the furniture, completely asleep. I guess I'm making a coffee run. You all suck. Hey, Mizumi, wake up! You turn and see Zach jogging to catch you as you head across the quad. Zach, I thought you'd be asleep. Nah, I couldn't. It's just, well, let's get some coffee first. I'm hanging on to consciousness by a thread at this point. You and Zach enter the coffee shop in the very early hours, and you two are the only ones around. Zach stands behind the counter, but when he sees you, he frowns and walks quickly to the back room. Well, that was icy. Yeah, I'm not surprised after what happened at Caitlin's show. Walk over to the counter and wait a few minutes. When Zig doesn't come back, you start to grow impatient. Hello, caffeine-deprived customers waiting. After a minute, Zig returns to the register, arms folded. Welcome, what can I get you? How about a steaming cup of forgiveness? Zig, I'm sorry for what I said at the Gutter Kittens gig. Save it, okay? I think you made it pretty clear how you felt. He turns to Zach. Sir, can I get any beverages started for you? Yeah. 5 double-shot lattes and a double-shot cappuccino to go, please? Zach hands over the money. Zach gives a curt nod and starts making the drinks, while you and Zach step away from the counter. Yikes! I do not envy you right now. I hope this all blows over soon. Things may be better in the suite, but I'm getting pretty tired of feeling like the odd woman out. Anyway, what's going on with you? Well, I snuck off during a little study party to call Brandon, and he gave me some bad news. Oh no. I'm sorry, Zach. He didn't... No. We're fine. It's just... His fight doesn't get in until the morning after the end of the year dance. Oh, Zach. That really sucks. I know. After a whole quarter apart, I thought we'd at least have this one night together. Zach sighs heavily. Even thinking of going solo makes me feel guilty. You're not seriously thinking of skipping it, though, are you? Would that be so bad? Going without him sounds horrible. No way. I'm not gonna let you bail. If you don't go, you'll totally miss out. Come on. You've never missed a dance before. But... no buts. Just picture the swanky outfit stands for buffet. It's our last dance as freshmen. How could you possibly miss that? Okay. I see what you're saying. I just wish Brandon could be there. Me too, but things don't really feel the same around here without him. You pat Zach's shoulder sympathetically. Zig sets down the 2 carriers full of coffee cups on the counter before you, and he turns to Zach. Anything else I can get for you? No? Zig the cold shoulder, really? Zig turns to face you directly. Have a great day. I mean, we did deserve it, so... He walks off to the back room. Oh, shoot. We totally forgot about the ground coffee for the suite. Forget it. Someone else can grab it. I doubt he's coming back until we leave anyway. Yeah, we gotta get Caitlin up. You know how she is in the morning. You pick up one of the coffee carriers and Zach takes the other. I'll talk to Zig later. Let's just make sure our girl gets those passing grades. I love those trees. You all stand outside the hall where Caitlin's exams are being held. You guys, I don't know about this. Well, too bad, sister. Your tests are starting in 10 minutes. Oh man, oh man, oh man. She starts to pace back and forth in front of you all. Caitlin, just calm down. Everything will be fine. We went over all the material you missed. You're gonna nail it. What the hell if we did a cheer? I don't know. I don't really see how that would... Caitlin, she's our girl. She's gonna do the best in the world. Caitlin goes silent and then bursts into laughter, doubling over and holding her stomach. Soon you all join in. Does this mean you feel better? No, but I think I'm completely delirious at this point. After a few minutes, the laughter dies out and you all go quiet once more. Caitlin goes around the circle and pulls each of you into a firm hug. Seriously, guys, I'm really sorry that I've been a jerk lately, but I'm never going to forget what you've done for me today. Like we'd ever let you forget it. Now, cut it out with all this happiness, get your cute little butt in there, and make us proud. Caitlin takes a deep breath and then nods and heads inside. Caitlin, she's a girl. She can't do what no one can. It's taking so long. She's been in there for 4 hours already. 4 hours and 20 minutes. She's taken 4 tests. I'm sure everything's fine. You're startled by the sound of loud voices nearby. You turn around to see Natasha, Amara, and Rachel headed towards you. I started to throw up my mouth, because it's Natasha. Oh, great. It's the bad C and her posse. Abby, shh. Look at that. The whole Brady bunch all together. Amara rolls her eyes and steps closer to you. Have you guys seen Caitlin? We were supposed to have band practice, but she hasn't been answering any of our texts since yesterday. We're getting kind of worried. She's had a bit of an emergency. Yeah, unsurprisingly, when you miss as many classes as she has, it takes a bit of a toll on your grades. Wow, Kate kind of dropping the ball, huh? Oh, I'd like to... Abby's face screws up in anger. Suddenly the doors to the hall swings open and Caitlin trots out towards you. Finally! How'd it go? Honestly, I'm pretty sure I nailed it. I still have to pass my finals to know for sure, but I think you might be looking at a sophomore. She does a little dance and runs around the circle, hugging you all. Kate, we've been looking for you everywhere. Band practice today, remember? Oh, hey guys, sorry I didn't text you back. I got totally slammed with schoolwork. So, what's the point? Good grades aren't going to get us on the main stage. Seriously? School is important. Clearly, going to class doesn't matter to you, but it does to some people. Oh, yeah, the talentless. Listen up, you little witch. Abby takes a step closer to Natasha, but Caitlin stops her, stepping up instead. I've got this one, Abby. She plants her hands on her hips and gets right in Natasha's face. I'm not going to blame you for my mistakes, but I'm also not going to let you treat my friends like dirt anymore. I thought we were your friends. That's just it. Why can't I be friends with all of you? It took me way too long to see it. But ever since I joined this band, you and Natasha have been doing everything in your power to make me lonely, catty, and arrogant as you. What the hell? When have I... Caitlin's right. You have a total holier-than-thou complex, and you get your rocks off making people feel like crap. You're on their side now? You know, Natasha, your little games never bother me because I love this band. I don't know what happened to you. You used to be so good and passionate, but lately I've been seeing you for what you've become. A headstrong little girl with an incredibly fragile ego. I cannot believe this. Seriously, Rach? When did Amara become the patron saint of incredibly lame? Natasha looks to Rachel for support, but Rachel only looks away and shrugs. That's what happens when you don't have true friends, folks. They will not have your back. Hashtag idiot problems. Oh, well, Natasha, you have no power. You have no power here. Looks like you're outnumbered. Can you leave now? Can you leave now? You have no power. Yeah, let's go with that. You have no power. Begone before somebody drops a house on you two. You wave your hand at her dismissively. Fine, Caitlin, consider yourself out of the band. Caitlin just shrugs. Natasha turns and stalks away. Rachel looks between the two of them, uncertain but eventually follows Natasha, and Amara stays put. Guys, I'm just so sorry for how Natasha treated you. I hate myself for not backing you up before. I guess I just hope she'd go back to how she used to be. If she's seriously kicking you out, then I'm out too. The group stays quiet at first until Abby steps forward and smiles. I, for one, don't blame you. I know how hard it can be watching your friends change right before your eyes. But maybe you don't give up on her just yet. People can learn the error of their ways. Foreboding thought to Sebastian. Damn it. Amara smiles at you all gratefully as the rest of your group gathers around to congratulate Caitlin. You sidle up to Amara. Thanks for what you said to Natasha back there. I'm guessing that was pretty difficult for you. It was, but I've been seeing things differently lately. Mostly because of Darren, actually. Darren, huh? I'm glad to hear that. I was actually really hoping you guys would get together. Darren's relationship will be improved, yes. So was that. I didn't know if I'd call us together just yet, but I'm really enjoying knowing him. He's a lot different than I expected when I first asked you about him. It's also new, but I'm so excited to see where it goes, and I guess I have you to thank for that. No thanks necessary. Just call me Cupid. Just be good to him, okay? He's always been nice to me and my friends, and he really deserves a great girl. I'll do my best to live up to that criteria. Chris walks over and joins the two of you. Hey, Amara, are you coming back to the suite with us to celebrate Caitlin finishing her makeups? Sure, if I'm invited. As Darren tells it, Caitlin isn't the only success we should be celebrating. I hear you got some big new school initiative about to be improved. Tomorrow? Hopefully. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. Just then your phone buzzes and you check it and see a text from Zig that makes you frown. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Chris? You show Chris your phone screen. Zumi, I'm not coming to the presentation tomorrow. Apologize to Chris for me. Why? We get it, you're penalizing us for what we did, or you're penalizing Chris for what we did, but that's stupid. This is horrible. What are we supposed to do now? Will Zig's absence ruin Chris's proposal, or will Chris and Arjun manage to make it work? Find out in the next chapter of The Freshman. Hoocha! Speaking of the freshmen and choices, I hope y'all did enjoy. By the way, we do have a Discord server now. Head down to the description down below. You can join and chat with me and other community members. Share choices, content, any content really. Aside from that, I'm going to be working a little bit more on choices. Unfortunately, this month has been a tight crunch with so much. I've been trying to catch up on chapters content as well as do other content. Trying to haggle because the Christmas season and everything. You juggle so much. and especially with me taking care of my two special needs brothers and everything, it's a lot of work. Um, so with that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head in the description below. There's also some links to follow me on social media, as well as if you want to support my content, there's a few links for that. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.